jugar en el 43? Órale. Bueno. Pues.
Welcome to the GV podcast. He's Duke, I'm Mayhem, and just so happens we bringing in the person that we thought that wouldn't be here for another long time. We got motherfucking Jinsu here.
Yo.
He's...
We have a third host.
Yes. Because we said JoJo, and he said yes.
I get the chance to say fuck you to Palpatine, who just opened this.
Yeah.
You ruined the last movie.
This is for the money, I do it any day.
He's too expensive to be left alive.
Help me!
That's pretty good. He's too expensive. It's so true.
So yes,
we
got
are with JoJo Part 2.
JoJo Part 2 of that series Confused Mayhem, which I still am in anger at both of you for having me do JoJo first of all things. Fucking goddamn.
It was the only way to get you to do it.
It was the only way.
No, do you know what's going to be after this as well?
Mm-hmm.
Digimon.
Oh,
Digimon after this?
Oh.
Shit, yeah, right?
After that movie you showed me, just fucking goddamn it. So if anybody who's ever been here long enough knows that Duke loves his lists.
Yes, I do.
Fucking go into it, you bastard.
Okay, we're on to Part 2. We return to the world of JoJo, 50 years into the future of 1939.
The future!
This is a world of JJJ pop. JoJo Japanese jazz pop.
The opening, anyway.
Yeah, the opening is fucking just awesome.
Well,
it's fucking
Bloody
awesome.
Stream by, what's the band name again?
I don't know the name of the band. I just know the song, and it's fucking awesome.
Crap. They're
I listen to it all the time.
Yeah.
Well, right now it just seems like the things that are giving me life in that series is the opening song.
That's pretty consistent.
All of the openings for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, both musically and like as openings, they're all banger. They're all really good. Like they perfectly set up the show and they foreshadow and they do what openings are supposed to do.
Jizu, what is your favorite opening?
My favorite opening? That's a good question because there's lots of really good ones. I think my favorite has to be the most recent one for Part 5, because they just I don't want to spoil it any of it, but
yeah, we're not there yet.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
That's the one with Giorno?
Yeah, that's the one with Giorno.
Yeah.
That was the most recent one that came out.
DiGiorno?
Everyone likes me.
Okay, well now we know what joke to make there.
Giovanna?
I mean, I have a little Caesar
Is he
joke
making
in
a
here.
delivery?
I have a little Caesar joke in here, so... Anyway, 50 years into the future, in his old age, REO Speedwagon gets stoned with friends in Mexico while Hispanic caveman vampires begin to awaken due to Nazi intervention.
You just said a lot, and I hate you for saying all that much.
Cool.
Yeah. And guess what? I didn't make up any of it.
But fucking goddamn! But Speedwagon's still alive.
Yeah, he's just 50 years older.
Yeah, he's just.
Oh, he's also an oil tycoon.
So he's rich as fuck.
Yeah.
Is he still wearing the hat from the Italian guy?
No.
He's still British.
Right!
Still has that scar over
Yeah, I
his
can't say the same thing for the main character in this show.
Well, they were going to
Remember,
America.
Hey,
Well, he's
no, Joseph is British.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's British. He was
Look
born,
at Part 3.
They were born in Britain.
Yeah, look at Part 3 though.
When
He's an old man.
Oh yeah, they gave him a more American accent.
Yeah, now he sounds more like this.
To be fair though, he did live most of his life in America.
And that
Which-
does
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
Which is
But
what I think is weird is
anyway-
that Suzy Q doesn't sound Italian.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there. Don't worry about that. I feel like I'm
When
really.
we get to the
We're talking
show,
about
yeah.
Hostess?
I feel like I should mention.
Anyway.
I'm probably pretty bad with spoilers.
Anyway, let's go away from those like the Nazis, the vampires, you know. Let's head to the current Joestar. Say hello to the new JoJo, Joseph Joestar,
Joseph Joestar.
a proper British lad living in New York.
God.
And we meet him stopping cops from beating the shit out of a black kid named Smokey Brown.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, it was
His name is
1939.
Smokey Brown.
Yeah.
He is not important to the plot at all.
What?
Smokey Brown.
God damn it!
Smokey Brown is not important.
I was
to
so
the plot.
mad when that kid just wasn't useful for the rest of the entire show.
Anyway, JoJo beats up a few old people and goes off to beat the shit out of the band Santana in Mexico.
Santana?
After beating up one Mexican vampire caveman, he makes his way to Italy to fight in the Battle of the Bands against Wham, AC/DC, and the Cars.
Life is a highway.
And then you're gonna see how they spell AC/DC, and you're gonna be like, man.
Yeah. He meets with an Italian Zeppelin who likes to blow bubbles.
Is he back? Is Zeppelin back?
You'll find out.
Is he gonna teach us how to breathe again?
Maybe. Caveman kills Nazis. They meet Joseph. They like it, so they put a ring on it. And Little Caesar
on it.
and Little Caesar takes Joseph to a beautiful woman that Joseph definitely has no connection to.
I definitely haven't heard this
In
before.
order to teach him how to breathe.
Hey, I was right.
Yep, that's right.
I'm still fucking upset.
Just like his grandfather, he gets to learn how to breathe. Long story short, the group goes off to retrieve Stanny Deal's hit album, The Redstone of Asia. They meet Nazis and vampires in Switzerland. And then, wham, rocks Little Caesar's world. And the Battle of the Band resumes.
Wait, it didn't... Wait, what? It didn't end in Italy?
I think you jumped.
There's a fucking lot of stuff that happens.
They traveled the world.
You said a long story short, and...
No, they traveled most of fucking Europe, during World War II.
Yeah, you could just do that, apparently.
Their allies are Italians and Germans. One German's named Stroheim.
Stroheim!
Something von Stroheim.
When there's a von included in it and it's World War II, you know it's bad.
Is there still more?
Yeah. The Cars ends up becoming the ultimate being, a Tesla, and makes an album. So bad, it's out of this world. Finally, we end with a "Where are they now?" scene. I'm not kidding.
Please tell me that it's just a picture of that Tesla in space.
Kinda, yeah.
Kinda,
yeah.
We'll see that.
Out of this world.
Kinda, yeah. But yeah, that's
I'm tempted to call him Elon Musk now.
Elon Cars. There you go.
Elon Cars.
Cars Musk.
Cars Musk. It sounds like a.
I've been stoned for so many years. You smell like shit.
It's my musk.
It's my musk.
My natural musk.
I was gonna say it sounds like a cologne. Cars Musk.
I fucking.
Instead of a new car smell, it's the engine smell.
So a reminder to you that
I like that.
A reminder to you that what I feel was the problem with part 1 was that it took itself too seriously.
Yeah, it was
It was always overly dramatic. It was always like, this is the most serious thing ever, as you have this high-pitched British lad telling you about it.
With fucking Castlevania Castle in the background.
Yeah. Once again, Jizu is actually the person that was going to be with us, and I said, okay, how do I summarize? And he said, just say Castlevania.
Which was right!
Super Castlevania.
And here I am wearing my Castlevania shirt, so I understood that completely.
I forgot to tell Mayhem the fact that, Jizu said that, and then partway through the season, he actually goes, oh my god, it's just like fucking Castlevania.
I made that connection just instantly, and it's just
Rainbow connection.
It's too bad he doesn't pull out a whip called the Vampire Killer.
Which, with the whole breathing thing, would make perfect sense.
Hey, this season we get to see JoJo's steel balls.
You can never say that to me again.
I'll say it to you again.
You'll see them again.
No, I don't want to see them! That's even worse!
You don't want to see his steel balls?
No! Jojo, they're taking me to Brazil and all over Western and Eastern Europe. Hello, everybody. This is JoJo Part 2, where we talk about the fucking craziest, like, holy shit. JoJo Part 2. Yeah, holy shit.
Pretty awesome part. Always reliably a banger.
Battle Tendency, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Battle Tendency, starring Joseph Joestar.
After finishing Part 2 of JoJo, the story makes sense in animated form.
In comparison.
Because it's like, here's this big threat, guys, and now we just gotta fight and kill all of them. Which, I know in Part 1, it's like, if Dio's the threat, go kill him, but now with these guys, it's like, everybody has a purpose in the story. Everybody's there.
But what made Dio so much fun and so compelling in Part 1 was that he had a personal relationship with Jonathan.
Yeah.
Part 1 felt like a marital dispute.
Basically was.
And then this part 2, just the Pillar Men. If you're someone that's never seen JoJo before, and you only ever have heard of seen pictures of the Pillar Men, you think JoJo is a completely different type of anime. Like, the Pillar Men are ridiculous, and I love them. Like, they're the right amount of ridiculous.
So in other words, the Pillar Men were basically the first draft of just all of Part 3. Let's run you through the story.
Oh my
Jinsu,
god, yes.
So basically, it's just super vampires. You gotta
Super
It's
vampires!
super vampires.
Super Mexican vampires.
Super Mexican vampires. Well, actually,
Super
Cars,
Mexican vampires, cavemen.
Yeah, we're in Cars and Cars, Wamo, and ACDC were in Rome. In Rome.
Yeah, they went over. Yeah, the main ones went over to Europe and were frozen there somehow. Or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, super vampires. So
Jesus
you
Joestar.
You thought vampires from Part 1 were nuts. Well, now we got Pillar Men, which is just they instead of sucking your blood, they just eat you with their skin.
They just like, I just want you to know that I put my hand on your shoulder, and your shoulder is now part of me, and your whole arm is eaten, and you're...
Yep.
And I can break my bones. And
Oh god, the first Pillar Men we meet. Oh my god.
and none of them ever do anything like that ever again.
Oh.
No, I'm sick of this shit. You guys are not mentioning the best villain of that entire season.
The guy that was part of
Straight.
in Part 1.
Straits.
Yeah, he just
Straight
shot-
so.
And then Joseph pulls a Tommy gun out of nowhere.
That was amazing.
It just opens fire in the crowded restaurant. Like, holy shit.
That was amazing. That was.
And then he became a vampire and ended up using his own hormone to kill himself.
Oh yeah. And he's basically just telling Joseph, the world's fucked.
Go to Mexico.
Go
to Brazil.
Go to Brazil, Jojo.
So we go to Mexico. We get cross-dressed JoJo.
Oh my god, yes. That for some reason, this is my perfect plan to get into this place. I've seen hot women, therefore I will be a hot woman.
We get the ally of the season, the fucking Nazis.
Oh my god.
Oh,
he's
It's the
Oh,
most
yeah,
awkward
crazy.
thing in the world
the
to
only show where you actually like the Nazis.
and then they go to Italy too. And it's like, and then eventually, like, Joseph's daughter marries a Japanese man. So there's literally the axis right there. Like, all three of them were like a sort of like was interactive with Joseph Joestar in some way.
the axis of Joestar.
The axis of Joestar.
The heroes use the villains to defeat the real villains.
Yeah, the real villains, and then.
Well, that's the thing. The Nazis didn't even pop out as villains, honestly.
Yeah, they did.
They were just they kind of were because they just kind of not kidnap. They just find Speedwagon floating in a river and they're like, oh cool.
Hear me out.
Mine.
If it wasn't World War II, this would just seem like a group of scientists.
Yeah. Without like
Which would have been fine too.
the strict dating of it being like right before World War II.
And specifying they are German soldiers.
Oh yeah, and then they
What?
and they have like the helmets and the army design of German soldiers in
They had
World War II.
the cross.
Von Stroheim died in
They had,
battle.
they had the Iron Cross, yeah. He died in the Battle of Stalingrad. That's what it said at the end.
Stalingrad.
Oh my god. And like, yeah, and that Von Stroheim, he like gets almost fucking killed. And he comes back as like this super mecha cyborg guy that's fucking incredible.
Reminder, his death was a grenade. He died! That was a flat out... No, he died!
He had the explosive in his mouth.
There was an explosive in his mouth! No! You see, in actuality, just the bottom half of my body.
the best.
German technology allows you to survive the head explosion.
And Pillar Men in my body.
So then we go off to Europe. We meet the Zeppeli.
Oh, and Caesar! We met Caesar!
We meet Caesar Zeppeli.
And it's like, this guy just comes in.
The best way to introduce a character, or one of the best ways.
And I thought,
Throwing
like,
a noodle at him.
before we met him, I thought he was like going to be a descendant of Dio. That's what I thought he was going to be. Because like he's got like the same hairstyle.
No,
And-
they're just both blonde.
Oh yeah.
Also, to
But-
be fair, Dio Brando is a very Italian name.
yeah. But yeah, I thought he was going to be like a connection with Dio. And I was like, oh man, they're going to work together to take on this bigger threat. Oh man, that's so cool. And it's like, no, it's no relation. It's like,
Actually, he's related to some other guy.
he's related to the other guy. Yeah, the one that got hormone in the world.
Caesar's German friend takes him to where the Pillar Men are at, and then Some idiot German soldier's like, I wonder what this is.
No, my Nazi friend has died. He was my best friend.
He was my best friend. But yeah, we meet Lisa with the worst kept secret for the biggest idiot.
Well, he didn't know that until like the end of the show.
Yeah, like until the very end with the greatest like face. Like, you need to edit that in, please. Like, just put in that face. It's just after. That's literally the second after he got told. Because he's just remembering. It's exactly the same face that like Han makes in Episode 6 of Star Wars when Leia says that Lucas is her brother, and Han's just like he just does like this turn, and then you know that he's thinking back to when they kissed in Episode 5.
Yeah. Just like how JoJo in this case is thinking back to when he peeped.
Yeah, when he peeped and went, nice!
I mean...
And then he fights AC/DC, which... The names of the Pillar Men. Holy shit.
Yeah.
AC/DC, WAMU, and Cars. But the fact that the way that they spelled AC/DC...
You forgot Santana.
I want to forget about Santana.
You can't forget...
Don't dishonor our battle, JoJo.
Oh my god, and the best gag for the entire season, like, you're about to say this! I'm saying this. Oh! It's like that little, like, smash cut, the,
You need to see the video for JoJo's, where he uses that ability.
Oh my god.
I want it to just be that, and it doesn't actually do anything. But yes, and then, so you fight, but AC/DC and, WAMU, They like they're revealed like during their fight. It's revealed that it's just like they don't want to be these bad guys. They just want to be strong and live. And
then we get Cars.
Who's the biggest asshole ever. The Super Asia. Super Asia.
Just wants power.
Yeah, he just wants power. He's the lamest villain of the entire group. But man, if that finale wasn't fun.
They didn't give him enough screen time.
Yeah,
like any.
Like the difference between him being like sending out WAMU and AC/DC to fight.
Yeah.
No, we did know for a fact that he was crazy, considering the fact that when he first fought Joseph, that whole scene of I'm falling. Remember that shit?
Yeah,
he just starts laughing,
and you're just sitting there like, what the hell just happened?
What?
Anyway,
but when Cars, like the fact that he has his head, I think that's what it is. Like when he has his head wrapped up, there like it's one version of him, but when it reveals his glorious hair and all that kind of stuff, his
hair was so wrapped up at that point.
But still, it's
when he does do it, when he does like take off his head.
There seems to be like a big character change.
Got it. So it's second form Frieza.
But it's just more of like
Super Saiyan Rose.
Yeah. But it's just
JoJo. This planet only has 5 minutes left.
20 minutes later.
20 years later.
20 years later. But when he doesn't have his hair, when he has his hair out, he's just this over eccentric, like I'm going to kill you and all that kind of stuff. While before he was like very like smart and like thinking about things like strategic. Like he felt more strategic with his head wrap.
In all fairness, when it comes to the very end of Cars, I feel you don't really need strategy when you're literally a god.
True. When you get superpowered, yeah. But that ending with the volcano, oh my god!
No sense.
Made no sense. I have crab armor. Oh no, my crab armor is melting. How will I fix this? With bubbles.
Bubbles and rock armor.
Bubbles and more crab armor.
Just the explanation of bubbles, and I'm sitting there like, just why?
When I first saw it, I was just like, I guess.
I guess.
No, he could even try to explain it of like maybe some kind of bullshit with a sponge, but no, flat out air bubbles.
Yeah. But
they said organic material.
But that's also organic material. But that's also the thing with like JoJo. Like with the whole like stone mask thing that like impales the person and they become a vampire. Like they try and do like it unlocks certain parts of your brain and stuff like that. It's just like, okay,
I
guess.
No, it's magic bullshit.
It makes some sense because Cars is the one who made it.
Yeah,
Cars is the one who created the stone mask. So maybe he like. He knew how to dig into his brain.
Yeah, like the certain things that unlock the not be killed by the sun ability. That scene where the volcano blows up and Joseph is on this piece that's being sent into space.
I like how that whole time, like while the volcano's going up, while they're in the volcano, Araki, and like he's using science to explain everything that's happening, except for how Joseph lived.
Yeah.
Literally everything was explained with like science, right? Like with like logic reasoning. He tried using science and shit.
He used bubbles to survive a volcano.
Whether or not he was right about anything, I have no clue. We have no clue.
Yeah,
but
we're not scientists.
But he tried using science as the main point. He tried using science to explain that, but Joseph just lived.
But yeah, that Joseph lives, and then when Cars is in space, he makes these little like air things to shoot himself forward, and he starts moving forward back to Earth, and then when they get frozen, he ends up going back away.
He still goes back.
He had to suffer the most horrifying fate, by the way, becoming 3D.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, when he's like he goes like
turns into a statue.
He turns into a statue and like he curls up on himself, and it's like okay.
Well, he was already doing that as like
and then Joseph falls back to Earth and fucking lives.
Yeah, Araki got biology kind of okay, and he got like everything else right, but he just didn't study physics, I guess. The thing that launches him into space too is Joseph's arm. That's what puts him in space.
He pushes him,
and his arm just disappears after that.
He moves his arm. He moves his detached arm. Anyway. I forgot about that. Oh my god, what the fuck?
Anyway, let's get to his funeral.
Yeah, his funeral. Everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And Smokey Brown's there, and it's like, "Oh yeah, he's friends with somebody during that becomes a mayor of New York." Atlanta, Georgia.
Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah,
that's what it was. But
he was in New York for some reason.
And then Joseph walks up to everybody at a funeral, and he's like, and he goes to his grandma and goes, "Guess who?" And everybody's just like, "Oh my god!"
He didn't know it was his funeral.
Yeah, he didn't know it was his funeral.
All he knew was that his family was at a funeral. So he's like, I'm gonna go
cheer everybody up.
I'm gonna go be me.
And then Susie Q shows up, and she's like, "Hey!" And Joseph's
like, "We're married."
Yeah, we're married, and everybody's like, "What?"
And she forgot to
send
the telegram
that is,
or whatever.
Oh yeah, he forgot to send the telegram. I cannot believe you're so mean to me, Joseph. Get back here, you dirty bitch.
Man, there was so much to this season for how chaotic it was.
Oh my god,
Do you know something that we actually missed just by accident? The death of Caesar.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we kind of
well, that's another thing I'm trying to repress because it was actually emotional.
That was a good death.
It was a good death.
It was a very well written death, you know. They had you. It was like the
Caesar.
The outcome that the audience wanted versus what was going to happen in the story was going back and forth so many times, and they pulled it. The strings. Araki pulled the strings on that really well.
Yeah.
Like and then Caesar was going to win at the end, and then only for him to be his own
cause of death. Yeah. Oh, and then the setup with the bubble and all that kind of stuff, like his bubble power. Part 2, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, is for me way better than Part 1 because, like, with everything that Part 1 left out in the manga and stuff like that, just made it a little bit more confusing and like and having characters that were half baked a little bit. Like that one boy character that was literally there to fix that problem. But in season 2, everybody felt like they had a presence in the story. That everybody was there, and Smokey Brown
existed.
Some characters fell out, but
yeah, he could have gone with. They could have done that, but I guess they just didn't.
There's nothing really to do with Smokey.
Yeah, it's just him going.
I was gonna say, hear me out. Would you have wanted another? What the fuck was the name of that child from the first season?
It was like Polo or something. Or
Pogo.
Pogo.
Do you want another Pogo?
Well, if he would actually
Smokey Brown, do you want him to just be another Pogo?
If he had an impact in the story, that definitely wouldn't have happened. But he definitely was a better version of Pogo.
You realize Pogo's impact on the story was the fact that he killed Zeppeli, basically. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. That's our general thoughts.
That's our general consensus about Part 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And Part 3 is on its way because it's very long. JoJo! Oh yeah, I cannot wait. Because that's the part that's like everybody's always talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready for it.
That's the one with the most memes.
Yes.
There you go.
We are Green Villains. We are out. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Watch our other videos. We have an Instagram, which is at Green Villains, and then we have a Twitter that's
At GreenVillain52.
in which if we can somehow get more followers there, that'd be great.
That won't happen for a long time.
Anyways, thank you so much listening, watching, all that good stuff, and we are Green Villains. Bye!
Now back to Brazil with you.